Hi, I'm Katie Dean, a registered dietitian, and we're here at Brookshire's Grocery Store in West Monroe today to pick up the ingredients that we need for our Enchilada Casserole. The items on our healthy substitution list are lean ground turkey or lean ground beef, low-fat mozzarella cheese, light sour cream, and wheat tortillas. Here I have a ground turkey breast and also a lean ground beef. You just want to make sure you choose a lean meat for the enchilada casserole. You can also use shredded chicken breast if you'd like, that's lower in fat. Here this meat says 93% lean to 7% fat, and that refers to the percentage of lean meat to the percentage of fat content. So you always want to choose a lean meat where you can because it lowers the fat content of your recipes. The two ingredients needed in the dairy section for this recipe today are light sour cream and reduced fat mozzarella cheese. Regular sour cream has almost 500 calories and 48 grams of fat per cup, so choosing light sour cream is the healthy way to go. The last couple of ingredients in this recipe are tortillas and salsa. When it comes to tortillas, you want to choose wheat tortillas over white tortillas because they're made with whole wheat flour. They have more fiber and protein, which helps to kind of keep you fuller longer. If you'd like to keep the recipe gluten-free, you can try corn tortillas. When it comes to salsa, some salsas have a lot of added sugar and added salt, so you always want to check the back of your labels when you're looking for salsa because generally salsa is very flavorful and adds a lot of flavor to your recipes, and it's low in fat, so it's a great choice, but you always want to just check the labels. Now let's get to the fast food kitchen and watch Crystal as she prepares this recipe.
Hello and welcome to the fast food kitchen. Today we're going to be making one of my favorites. It's an enchilada casserole, and this is a tasty, healthy, lower fat version of your traditional casserole, but also it's a time saver, and I'll teach you about that along the way as we go. So let's get started. The first thing I did, I already browned our turkey. We have a pound and a half of lean ground turkey. You can also use lean ground beef or shredded chicken, but we're doing lean ground turkey today. I've already cooked it and seasoned it, and what we seasoned it with, I put a cup of water in there after it was cooked, and I added 3 tablespoons of chili powder for some flavoring, and 1/4 a teaspoon of garlic powder, and then 1/2 teaspoon of salt and 1/2 teaspoon of pepper. And you can also add 1/2 cup of frozen onions if you like for flavor. You can choose to leave that out if you don't like onions. I know that's one of the foods hit or miss. Some people don't like and some people do. And we also have some wheat tortillas here compared to your white tortillas, a little bit better nutritionally. And we're going to make layers with all of our ingredients. The first thing we're going to do is take salsa. The recipe calls for 2 cups of salsa. And we're going to put 1/2 of it on the bottom of the pan here. It kind of coats and makes it not stick. So we're just going to do that. I'm just going to kind of pour it in there and spread it around. We'll do that. And I have this little tin pan here because if you choose to freeze this recipe, you could do that. It's a recipe that freezes for up to 3 months, and it's super easy. You just don't bake it. You wait and you bake it later. Both recipes, whether you freeze it or you cook it now, they bake at 350 for 35 minutes covered, and then 10 to 15 uncovered after you take it out of the freezer. I always just double up my recipes so that I can use one now and then I have one for 2 weeks, 3 weeks on a busy ball game night, something like that. Now we got our wheat tortillas. We're going to make layers. Depending on the size pan is how many you can get on a row. This short pan makes a 3-stack layer, and a longer pan like a 9x13 you would only make 2 layers. And so we got our tortillas down on top of our salsa. I always recommend spreading. This is 3/4 a cup of low-fat sour cream, and you're going to use 1/2 of that or 1/3 depending on the size of your pan. And you're going to spread it on the bottom of the tortilla. I don't recommend putting it on after the other ingredients because it makes a big mess when you're trying to mix it in with the meat and the cheese and all that, the corn. It's just quite messy. So we're just going to spread it on the tortilla like that. And then next I like to do the meat after the, we're going to drain some of that sauce off. You don't use all that water, but it helps give it some moisture. But if you put all of it in there, it's going to be a little bit too soggy. So you kind of drain some of that seasoning water off and I'm going to put 1/3 of the meat on that layer because I have a short pan, and then I'll put the rest on my other layer. So you do that. And then the next we have 2 cups of organic frozen corn. I prefer frozen corn because frozen corn has a lot less sodium than your canned. And do that. And then one of our last ingredients will be our cheese. We have 2% low-fat mozzarella, which is better, a little bit lighter than your whole cheese. We're going to just spread. We have 2 cups here. Just kind of spread that there. Again, we'll just use 1/3 of this since I have a short pan. If you have a long pan, you just use half. All right, and we're just gonna do that 3 times. We just do that over and over again, and you're gonna bake it at 350 degrees for 35 to 40 minutes. And then if you double up the recipe, I would cover the other one and freeze it. And you would also take it out and bake it at 350 for 35 minutes covered, and then 10 to 15 uncovered, and you got a quick, easy meal. But I got some already prepared for us to try. I got some friends here who are gonna come in and take a taste test for me and let me know what they think. Here you go, ladies. Take one down. Let me know what you think. I'm always a Mexican fan. Mexican is really easy to make healthy, just with a few tweaks of ingredients. Good? So who needs Taco Bell? This is easy. Well, thanks for joining us today, and join us again next time in the Fast Food Kitchen for another tasty recipe.